Hello, everyone. This is my presentation on the Code of Conduct and Sanctions. This is Orientation Online, and my name is Maisha Jenkins. Okay, so where can the Code of Conduct be found? You can find it under the Current Students tab on Lawson State's website. You can also get a physical copy from the Admissions, Business, and Student Services building. So I'll go out and I'll go on the website and show you where it's at. So I already have the website pulled up, lawsonstate.edu. Then you'll go down and you'll see the current students tab. So you click it and you'll go down, and right here in the middle you'll see the code of conduct. You click it, it basically tells you what it is, and then it'll pull up right here. So there it is, and I'll go back to my presentation. Alright, so what is the code of conduct? It states that Lawson recognizes that its students are both citizens and members of the academic community. It serves as a written foundation for its students and faculty, and it has a total of 28 pages, all with significant value and importance. So, the harassment and bullying. Um, it states in the Code of Conduct that harassment is abusive or hostile conduct which is directed towards or inflicted upon another person because of their race, color, religion, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, age, disability, veteran status, etc., in which, because of its severity or pervasiveness, unreasonably interferes with their work, academic performance, or it creates a hostile or abusive work environment for that individual's work. Lawson State recognizes that harassment and sexual harassment is a serious issue, and they will address any and all reports filed to them. Okay? There's a Student Right to Know and Campus Security Act that was introduced in 1990. It requires Lawson State Community College to disclose information about student outcomes, campus security, and crime statistics. The college publishes an annual report to faculty, staff, and students to comply with the provisions of the law. This report provides projected graduation rates, program completion rates, license requirements, and campus crime statistics. So every year they disclose all this information. It just gives you your right to know about the campus and anything that goes on and statistics and all that. So an example of a Student Right to Know Act is authorized campus police officers who always have their badges in visible sight. This is for our safety and ease of finding a qualified personnel. Okay, so failing to obey the faculty, cheating on tests and quizzes and exams, blocking entrances and exits, or leaving the classroom without permission are all examples of disrupting the teaching and learning environment. It's also a violation to sell anything on campus without authorization. So if you don't have any permission or license or anything like that, you can't sell anything on campus. You shouldn't eat or drink in unauthorized areas. So an example of not eating and drinking in unauthorized areas is the Space Center. So if you go in there, you can't eat or drink in there. It's totally a learning environment. So you just don't want to disrupt anyone's work ethic. Okay, so the possession of drugs, weapons, alcohol, or any form of legal substance is not permitted on campus grounds for any reasons. So if you have a license for a gun, it still wouldn't be allowed on campus. Okay, privacy, password, and personal information. So with this, you should always try not to disclose any of your personal information to anyone. The only time you'll really maybe have to do that is when you're registering for school or if you need help at the student help desk online or anything like that. So they might ask for email and you might have forgot your password or something like that, or your social security number. Sorry, that went out for a minute. But your social security number, you shouldn't give that out either. Be mindful of your social media posts. It is seen by potential employers, and it lays a foundation for your future, which can be seen by anyone. The code of conduct just asks that you are mindful of what you put on there. It not only reflects yourself, but the school also. It's quoted that once you put something on the World Wide Web associated with your name, it does not truly disappear. And when you're on the internet and you violate anything on the code of conduct, disciplinary actions can still be held accountable to you. So there's 3 levels to the academic dishonesty sanctions. And I try my best to sum it all up. So here it is. The level 1 is a warning which is used for minor infractions of college regulations. It lasts for an indefinite period of time. Community service and a written report can also be part of the level 1. And they may ask you to take certain courses, which are called the behavioral remediation courses, based on what you did. And the level 2 is the inability to hold office for any campus organizations, disciplinary suspensions, or dismissal. Level 3 consists of temporary suspension or actual suspension, and students will have to make a formal application for readmission to the college. So there's sanctions associated with assignments. So if an instructor issues a grade of 0 on an assignment because he or she alleges that a student cheated on an exam, the sanction, but fails to report the incident to the college officially, the sanction will not stand and the original grade earned on the exam will stand. So if they forget to fill out a report online on the website, then they can't technically keep your 0 on the grade book if they don't report it. So here's a short Q&A on a few of the topics that we went over. Why are campus security required to wear their badges? How many levels of sanctions are there? And can an instructor give a 0 without probable cause? So before I finish, I'll go ahead and go on the site and show you where the sanction is for that. So I'm on the website, and you'll go back to the current students tab. You click it. You'll go down, and under the code of conduct, you'll see the grade appeals. So you'll click on that. And it says before you try to fill out the grade appeal, you should read your student handbook. It says, first, speak one-on-one with the instructor to try and address the matter informally. Then number 2, if dissatisfied after speaking with your instructor, you can file a grade dispute of a final grade issued in a course. 3, you cannot dispute the single grades on individual assignments. Only final grades can be challenged formally. And disputes cannot be filed if you simply disagree with the final grade. You have to demonstrate either prejudice or calculation error. And you'll click here, and that's when you'll begin your grade dispute. But before you do that, just remember to read the student handbook first. And that's it with the grade appeals. So that's for the students. And so I'll click out. Okay, and just a review, just remember if you want a hard copy of the student handbook, then you'll go to the business, or you can go to the student services building for that, or the business office. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you guys for listening. And if there's anything that I missed or something that you think could have been included in it, just let me know in the discussion board.